positive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another transfer video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash up the likes, subscribe if you're new around here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the goalkeeping situation at Chelsea with updates on the future of Mike Penders and Djordje Petrovic. And let's start with Penders, the 19-year-old. Obviously, we signed him from Genk last summer, 20 million euros. He remained in Belgium for the season. He's now joined Chelsea and he's part of the squad at the Club World Cup. Hasn't featured at all. Some people thought we might see him, but we haven't. And Chelsea are facing a decision on what to do with his future. We know that it's been reported by Matt Law that Chelsea are keen to avoid a situation where Penders spends 3 consecutive years on loan, like with Thibaut Courtois. They want him to form a connection with the club. And it looks like he is going to be going on loan to Strasbourg. Now, Sacha Taglieri reported this earlier this month that Chelsea were considering loaning Penders to Strasbourg, and now he's updated today that Mike Penders is now close to being loaned to Strasbourg. But I think this is a great move for all parties. Great move for all parties. I'm happy to see it because it's a complete waste of time if he remains at Chelsea and isn't playing. But with obviously Petrovic close to Bournemouth, as we'll get onto, it means that Chelsea simply have to go and sign a goalkeeper this summer. There's absolutely no excuses. But I really like this for Penders, and it's really good for us as well. And it goes to show how good a purchase Strasbourg has been, to have the ability to send 3 of your top youngsters each season to the club in order to develop them and have a massive say in terms of their playing time. And hopefully they can come back to Chelsea ready to compete for the first team, or they can be sold for a profit. From a business point of view and a football strategy point of view, it's commendable and it deserves praise. But Penders, for me, I personally feel that Chelsea view Penders as their long-term number 1, but they don't think he's quite ready yet. He probably needs a season or 2, definitely 1 season at Strasbourg, maybe even 2 seasons at Strasbourg, which is why signing Mike Maignan would have made perfect sense as a stopgap for a couple of years whilst Penders gets himself ready. So yeah, I'm happy about this. It's a step up for Penders from the Belgian league. It's going to be European football as well in the shape of the Conference League, and so this is going to be brilliant for him and his development. And it's logical. It feels like the next logical step. It feels like the right decision to make. Testing yourself in European competition, as I said, and in a very good league in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. So it looks like Mike Penders is closing in on a loan to Strasbourg, and that would make it seem then that it would be Penders, Kendry Paez, and Matisse Mugu going to Strasbourg. That's the 3, it seems, as it stands. Although there are reports that Ish Samuel-Smith is going to go to Strasbourg, but that might be a permanent sell. Although obviously with that, we're negotiating with ourselves. There can be a buyback clause in there. We can buy him back or whatever it might be. So I wouldn't view that as a huge issue if Samuel-Smith was sold on a permanent basis to Strasbourg. But yeah, in terms of Penders, exciting to see him test himself in a top 5 league and test himself in a European competition, because Chelsea got real high hopes for him, and he is viewed as an excellent, excellent goalkeeper with a lot of talent. And he has been dubbed the next Thibaut Courtois. There's a lot of similarities in terms of big talent from Belgium coming to Chelsea. So let's wait and see what happens with him. But yeah, I'm pleased that Penders is going to go out and play, because it's a complete waste of time if he just remains at Chelsea not playing. You've got to get out on that age. You've got to play. You've got to develop your craft, and you've got to get that experience. And so, yeah, let's see how he does at Strasbourg, and let's see what he comes back like next summer. Definitely something exciting to look into and look forward to. But moving away from Penders and moving on to Djordje Petrovic, because he is edging closer to a move to Bournemouth, which might come as a surprise to some people. I think a lot of people felt that Petrovic was going to be at least given the opportunity to challenge for the number 1 shirt. I think fans, if a new goalkeeper wasn't going to be signed, fans were certain that Petrovic should be the number 1. He's better than Robert Sanchez. He proved it last season in Europe, and he even proved it as well when he come in for Sanchez in the second half of the season under Mauricio Pochettino, and proved that he was capable of being the Chelsea number 1 goalkeeper. However, I don't know what's gone on here. Left out of the Club World Cup squad, reportedly because he asked to be left out because he wasn't going to be the number 1. Make of that what you will, believe what you will. But it just feels like a real shame that it's come to this. It's just a bit strange all round, to be perfectly honest. A bit strange all round. But that's Chelsea. That's transfer business. We're in line to make a profit on him. Chelsea want 30 million euros, 25 million pounds. Miranda with the update today that obviously the official bid went in yesterday. Bournemouth are confident of signing the Serb. Petrovic has accepted to join the Cherries, and the final green light is expected from Chelsea soon. And if we get our 25 million pounds, if it's 20 plus 5 in add-ons or whatever, you've made yourself 10, 11 million pounds on a purchase from 12 months ago. And I guess from a business perspective, you would say, yeah, okay, that ticks boxes. But from a footballing perspective, it could turn out to be a really, really poor decision unless we go into the market and sign ourselves a new goalkeeper. Ben Jacobs has added a little bit more info on the situation, stating that Bournemouth are close to signing Petrovic, who's keen on the move. Sunderland talks never advanced. Aaron Ramsdale and Sam Johnson, two names they're now considering. So, yeah, it was strange that we had a report saying that Sunderland were pretty close to a 25 million euro deal for Petrovic, and then we never heard anything again about that. And it looks like he's going to be joining the Cherries, which I think will be a good move for him. Obviously, Bournemouth have lost a lot of key players this summer, but they tend to invest or they tend to rebuild well. And it's a chance for him to go and be a number one in the Premier League, which he's more than good enough to do, and an exciting young team with a good manager in Iriola. And yeah, I kind of wish Petrovic all the best. It's a shame that he never really got the opportunity that he deserved at Chelsea, but we don't fully know what's gone on. And yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, it looks like Petrovic will be returning to Stamford Bridge next season as a Bournemouth player. But having said all that, guys, with Penders going on loan to Strasbourg, with Petrovic set to leave the football club, that leaves us once again with Sanchez and Jorgensen. And in an ideal situation, one of those is offloaded. Robert Sanchez, obviously. Got no idea if Slonina is going to stay as a number 3 or he's going to be loaned out again, or we're going to... Because normally with a number 3, it tends to be like an old, experienced pro. Someone who's like, you know, at the end of their career. It would be very, very strange for A, Chelsea to consider Slonina to be a number 3, and B, for Slonina at his age to accept a role of being number 3 and that you're never going to play, which is a bit of a strange one. But this surely means now, guys, that we have to sign a new goalkeeper. I refuse to believe that we would actively choose once again to go into the season with Robert Sanchez and Philip Jorgensen. We know that Sanchez is not good enough. We know that he's a liability, and it's just gross negligence if we allow this situation to happen yet again. And it will once again cost us, like it cost us on multiple occasions this season just gone. It'd just be a truly baffling decision. I'm just maintaining hope that we are going to be serious. We are going to sign a goalkeeper. I mean, maybe we go back in for Mignan. I don't think we will. Or there's someone else out there that we don't know about, and we're going to go and get a deal done after the Club World Cup. Because you look at what we're doing, look at the team that we're building. You're not going to be serious or move forward with Robert Sanchez in goal. I just refuse to believe, and maybe this is naive, but I refuse to believe that we're going to make that decision and we're going to roll with Robert Sanchez for season 3. We just can't. We just absolutely cannot do that. So we pray and we hope that that is not going to be the case. But anyway, that's the latest on a goalkeeping situation at Chelsea. Kepa's gone to Arsenal, as we know. Looks like Petrovic to Bournemouth and Mike Penders to Strasbourg. And then we wait and see whether we are going to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. That's just my thoughts on it. Guys, make sure you smash up the like, subscribe if you're new around here. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you lot again in another one soon. Up the Chelsea, and I'm out. Peace.